Hi, this is Matt with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we'll be showing you how to repair your appliance. Remember, anytime you work on an appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. Also make sure you turn off your water supply. In this video we're going to show you how to change out the Kenmore refrigerator water valve. It's going to be a very easy repair and should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can click on the link below or get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. When you open up the package, you're going to get the new water valve. The water valve is located in the back of the refrigerator and it's where the water supply line hooks up from the wall. The main reason to be changing it is if the solenoid has gone bad and you're not getting any water, or the body is cracked and you're getting water leaking on the floor. First thing we're going to do at the back of the fridge is remove the access panel. We're going to have to remove the 1/4-inch water supply line first, so we're going to lay a towel down in case any water comes out. We already turned it off, but you'll probably get some. We're going to use a 1/2-inch wrench to take the copper water line off. Once you have it loose, you can just turn it by hand and disconnect it. Now we can remove the back panel. We're going to use our 1/4-inch nut driver to take out all the screws. With all the screws out, we can pull the panel off and set it aside. Once you pull the access cover off and you notice your motor is really dirty, you can always clean this area up. Cleaning the motor will help it run more efficiently and last longer. As you're going around and cleaning it, you want to make sure you're careful of these copper lines. You don't want to damage those. Now we can take out the water valve. First thing we have to do to take the water valve out is disconnect the wire harness. On our model, there's a blue with a yellow stripe here and a light blue in the back. You want to take a small flathead screwdriver if it's tight and pop the wire harness off. Once you have it off, you can just kind of set it out of the way. With the wires disconnected, we can take the water valve out. We're going to use our 1/4-inch nut driver to remove the 2 screws that hold it in. Once you have the screws out, you can carefully pull the valve out so we can disconnect the water line. You may get a little water out of this line, so we'll throw a towel down just to catch it. And you can usually just finger loosen these big compression nuts. Once you have the water line disconnected, you can pull the valve out. Here's the old water valve next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. Looks like they redesigned it and they changed the solenoid and the bracket a little bit, but it'll go in and work just fine. To put the new water valve in, we're going to have to take this nut off. They give you a nut just in case you have that type of water line, and some of you may actually use it. On our particular refrigerator, the 1/4-inch water line already has a compression union already formed into it, so we're not going to use the nut that came with it. We're just going to install our new water valve onto this old nut. As you're tightening it down, you kind of want to line up the valve where it's going to sit so that when we push it back in, we're not having to twist the water line to make it fit. Once you have it tightened down, we can reach in and grab the wire harness. They gave us a little extra length on this model, so we'll just hook this up out here. Remember, we had the blue with the yellow towards the back of the fridge and the light blue towards the front of the fridge. So we're just going to push these onto the solenoid so we get a good connection. And then we can push the water valve back into position, making sure you get the water line up over this lip right here. And then we can use our 1/4-inch nut driver to put the screws in to hold it in place. We're going to just put them into the cutout here and then line it up with the hole. And then on the first one, we're not going to tighten it down all the way. We're just going to get it finger tight. So if we have to move the bracket around to line up that lower hole, we can. Once you have the second one tightened down, we can tighten down the first one. The only other thing we have to do is remove this protective blue cap, so when we put the access panel back in, we can reattach the water line. Now that we have the part installed, we can put the access panel back on. I'm going to very carefully swing it into place and line it up so we can go around and use our 1/4-inch nut driver, put the screws in. Now that we have the access cover reinstalled, we can reconnect the water line. You want to go ahead and pull the water line over and get it started on the water valve and tighten it down finger tight. Once you have it finger tight, we can use our 1/2-inch wrench to tighten it down so we get a good seal. With the water line tightened down, we can plug the fridge back in, turn the water back on, run some water through the dispenser until you get a good stream of water, and then make sure the fridge starts to cool. Thanks for joining us for another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. Check out our other repair videos on our site, Facebook, and YouTube.